The move of God is actually God's mind, because this is a generation that God is very intentional about. When it comes to this generation, we tend to believe that the move of God is only easy in English language. The Bible says that you'll be my witness in Jerusalem, starting from where you are. So most of the time in our generation, we have people that tend to be preaching in a church, in a gathering, but yet they are preaching out to the global world, to the camera. And the people that are in that place at that time, they are not blessed because of the grammar, the grammatic words they are using. And people are not tend to be blessed. For instance, when you are a Yoruba preacher, people believe that you can't go global because you preach in Yoruba language. And there are people in their nation now. For instance, people in Israel, people in China, people in India, they preach in their language. People in Korea, they preach in their language. But especially in Nigeria, one of the things that has stopped the ancient covenant from working with us is because we have seen those fathers as local people who do not know what they are doing. For instance, Tope Alabi and Lawrence Oyor, for instance. Tope Alabi one time was singing a song and was like, "Wàá máa gbé mi nínú, wàá máa gbé mi lọ́kàn." Something more like people being drunk in the spirit. And people castigated her, threw stone at her, fought her for it, and suddenly Lawrence Oyor came and was like, "Until I am drunk, until I am drunk." And our generation accepted that one because he released it in what they want to hear. We are drunk. What's the difference between Wama Pami, Gogobi, Eni Muti Olowola and Until I Am Drunk? So they are both talking about being drunk in the love of God, being drunk in the spirit of God. But our generation does not permit it. Okay, the same Mama Tope Alabi said something one time, I think with late Aduke Gold. So she was saying something like Ebo Ajisa, something like that. Ebo Nimi, a sacrifice. And our generation, we began to throw stone. If our priests, they came out and they say she's part of them. That's why she's saying Ebo. And Duso Yekon came and he was like, "I am a living sacrifice. I am more than a son." And we tend to accept that one. Why? Because he said it in English. Language will never be a barrier to the move of God. For instance, the Apostolic Church is castigated for bringing water to church to pray. And if you go to Shiloh, for instance, in Shiloh, they ask you to bring handkerchief. In redemption camp, they ask you to, some of them even buy these handkerchiefs there, where they print the logo of the ministry and they put it on their head. And yet they have issues with churches where they say water. Churches where they pray over water and they castigate those people. Churches where they pray over handkerchief, they don't have issues. This is not actually the mind of God. In Koinonia, they come with prayer requests where Apostle Selman kneel down on it and pray. But in other apostolic churches, they ask you to lift your prayer request up and it suddenly becomes a problem because they pray over it in Yoruba language. One thing I can say is that if your church or your congregation understands Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa better, I'm telling you, preach to them in the best language they understand so that it can pierce through their heart, other than speaking big grammars because of camera. And at the end of the day, they are not blessed, but the people on social media, they are commenting, but the people in the congregation are not blessed. The measure of God's grace that will be recorded for you is not how much you trend on social media, but how much your audience are blessed.